Good afternoon and welcome to ISTV English News. Let's see the headlines. 66th Territorial Army Day observed. Chief Minister Ibobi appreciates Army's role. And private firms employing at least 10 employees which do not implement ESI scheme are liable to be prosecuted and punished. Hello, I'm Gabby Golmay, and now let's see the news in detail. The 66th Territorial Army Day was observed at the first MR Banquet Hall today. Chief Minister Ibobi, Minister of PHE and Labour I. Hemochandra, MP Dr. T. Mainya, Chief Secretary O. Nabakishore, DGP Sahid Ahmed, top-ranking Army, police and civil officials attended the observance organized by the state government. Presentations from the side of Territorial Army were given to Chief Minister and PHE Minister. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Ibobi recalled how the Territorial Army was established in India and their valor and spirit, the role they had taken, etc. He also spoke at length the activities the Territorial Army is engaged in, not only for India but also for Manipur.
It is a large unit with a strength over 1,000 and its 8 companies are spread over the entire state of Manipur under 57 Mountain Division and Inspector General Assam Rifle in Manipur. It is heartening to know that the unit is performing its tasks admirably and has set high standard in its performance. The personnel of the unit, by being present in small detachment in almost all Army and Assam Rifle units in Manipur, is making an immense contribution in helping them to understand the peculiarities of the state and carry out their operational tasks with a humane face, which is quite important for the new units arriving in Manipur.
All private firms located in Manipur which employ at least 10 employees but do not implement the social medical security scheme like the employees' state insurance ESI are liable to be prosecuted and punished according to law. This was stated by Senior State Medical Commissioner Dr. T.H. Hareshwar Maitai. He further said ESI is a scheme taken up by the Government of India. The first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, was the first person who held cards of this scheme. The scheme will cover all employees of private firms who get less than 15,000 rupees per month as salary. For that, 1.7% of the employee's salary will be deducted and the firm will bear 4.75%. When the employee falls sick, gets disabled or faces any kind of suffering, the employee must not only be treated free of cost, but also his salary must be paid from the scheme, if not paid by the firm. The scheme has been implemented in most of the states of India. Those states which have not implemented the scheme are Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The government of Mizoram has also approved implementation of the scheme. On the other hand, the government of Manipur has also assured that the same scheme will be implemented in the state by December 31, Hareshwar Maitai said.
ESI scheme, social security scheme, machine kana do is any factory, any private factory in the organized sector, any hotels, OBI, restaurant, OBI, private medical nursing homes, OBI, hospital, OBI, diagnostic center, OBI, private educational institute, OBI, private college, OBI, private school, OBI. Asida thabak tawriba miyam se asina magi salary si hui nising tra manga digi maha taragadi ESI aruga ESI da cover tawni ESI ki maha da lakani.
Under the scheme, private hospitals, clinics, private nursing institutes, etc. may be established. When the sick employees are given treatment, they should be treated at dispensary or hospital run and maintained under the scheme, and if there is no such facility, the sick may be treated at the reputed hospital recognized by the government. The Ministry of Labor will bear the necessary expenditure for that. The scheme covers not only the employee himself, but also his entire family. The employees of private firms located in Manipur may avail themselves of this wonderful facility, Dr. Hareswar Maitai said.
This pressure lakpa central government lagi. Si yang kana ba scheme si husi pauda state mari tanga ai si kari no si oi aduna si implement of the way ate aduna by 31st December implement tauna ba hoina Manipur government isu aya thasabam di pire si haulani aya bam pirani mapu singtina hoidi esa im khada la hoy contribute tawre hoi escape tawni adu tawni en habigi keno mala agati ko si hoi si penalty to boye esa ek khada provision jamle ya hon na bako si ego parliament esa ek si ego parliament 1948 ta pass to giba si to giba ni na si mandatory ne once notified to idar di si miam si loimak esa im khada lak to ya to alu si lak ta ga di penalty recovery to ba yam nei record.
The 7th Foundation Day of Private Schools Development Council was observed at the office of the Council, Taubal. As part of the function, meritorious students, teachers, eminent persons in many fields like dance, sports, etc. were presented simple gifts as encouragement. It is necessary for every citizen to know what are the do's and don'ts listed in the RTI Act. This was stated by State Chief Information Commissioner D.H. Ibobi at a press meet held at the Conference Hall of State Guest House, Sanjentong, today. The press meet was held as part of the Right to Information Week celebration, which started from October 5th and will conclude on October 12th. He further said the civil society and public authorities should have thorough knowledge about the useful RTI Act. If any individual submits application related to harassments to any organization or individual, it may be considered as per the rules of RTI Act. He further said, in a democratic country, transparency and accountability must prevail with the existence of RTI Act. However, submission of applications by women from rural and remote areas is quite low. So it is necessary to spread awareness about RTI Act, he added. Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Imphal Division, in association with Kendriya Vidyalaya Lamphelpat, today held a painting competition in connection with the Swachh Bharat Mission campaign on the premises of the Vidyalaya at Lamphelpat. The painting competition was held in two categories. Many students coming from different schools took part in the competition. The appointment orders of 3 college principals have been annulled by the High Court of Manipur. On October 5th, a division bench of Chief Justice Laxmikanta Mahopatra and Justice N. Koteshwar has cancelled the government orders after hearing the various writ petitions filed against the principals of 3 colleges. Now let's take a short commercial break. We will be back.
I'm ready. Taylor row. Editor car late. Some say it was perfectly straight. Ado kankhar kandadi freezy. Relax. Perfectly straight.
Aina semi anoba sunsilk perfectly straight with straight lock technology maramdi. Some kankraba matung dasu align straight oina laina bagidama.
Wow. Hojik su straight oirina.
Straight and gorgeous. Sunsilk perfect straight. Lock tobu. Rock tobu.
Now let's take a look at the national and international news. In a new twist to the Dabri lynching incident, forensic test has proved that the meat found in Muhammad Akhlaq's house was mutton and not beef, said sources on Friday. According to the sources, police had sent the meat samples to Mathura for testing on September 28, and it has now been confirmed that it was mutton and not beef. In a gruesome incident, 50-year-old Akhlaq was beaten to death by a mob on September 28 night after a public announcement from the local temple that a calf had been slaughtered and his family had eaten beef. His 22-year-old son, Danish, was also attacked. But the forensic test may have little bearing on the case, as the report submitted by the Uttar Pradesh government to the centre on the incident made no mention of beef consumption or cow slaughter. Rumours have been triggered the killing of Akhlaq. Karnataka Home Minister K.J. George on Friday stirred a controversy by making an irresponsible statement that two men raping a woman is not gang rape. George said, "How can you call it a gang rape? A gang rape is when 4 to 5 people are involved. We should condemn the people who did such an act." The remarks came after media sought a response from George in alleged gang rape of a 22-year-old call center employee by two men at knife point in their moving van after they offered to ferry her home. Condemning the statement, National Commission of Women Chairperson Lalita Kumar Mangalam said, Karnataka Minister is another example of someone not understanding issue of violence against women yet commenting on the matter thoughtlessly. Leaders in public life, especially those from political parties, should think before talking. We will send him a sore motto. Let's see how he replies. President Pranab Mukherjee has said that India is concerned about the spillover effects of instability in the West Asia region, resulting in increased terrorist activities across the world. Mr. Mukherjee was replying to written questions from the Jordan Times ahead of his visit to Jordan, Palestine and Israel, which begins tomorrow. The president said that the reality of the global expansion of terrorism, including in Syria and Iraq, and globalization of the supply chain of terrorism is a matter of great concern to India. He said that India has faced terrorism for almost 4 decades, largely sponsored from across the border. He also said that India is convinced that terrorism can be rolled back only through comprehensive and coordinated international cooperation combined with a strengthened and enforceable international legal regime. In a gruesome and shocking incident, a 53-year-old man in Pune was spotted walking on the street with his wife's head after allegedly beheading her. The man, identified as Ramu Chavan, has been arrested by the police. He was spotted walking with his wife's head and the axe used to behead her in Pune's Katraz area. 5 more deaths have been reported in the national capital due to dengue. So far, 30 people have been succumbed to this disease this year. A Delhi health official said over 1,800 fresh dengue cases have been reported in the past week, taking the total number to around 9,400. Meanwhile, Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain has asked health authorities to ensure free and mandatory vaccination for prevention of the H1N1 influenza virus, also known as swine flu. Delhi Health Minister also reviewed the preparedness to tackle the H1N1 virus with the concerned stakeholders and issued directions in this regard. Private laboratories have been advised not to charge more than 4,500 rupees when testing for swine flu. The United Nations envoy for Libya has proposed the formation of a national unity government after months of difficult talks. Since 2014, Libya has had 2 rival parliaments, an Islamist-backed one in Tripoli and an internationally recognized government in the east. However, several MPs on both sides of the divide have described the latest announcements as premature. Both parliaments must back the deal. United Nations envoy Bernardino Leon told a news conference in Morocco that Fayez Sarraj would be nominated as Prime Minister. Abdul Salah M. Bilal Sahir of the Tripoli-based General National Congress (GNC) told the BBC, "We are not a part of this proposed government. It means nothing to us and we are not consulted." Ibrahim Al-Zaghiyat of the House of Representatives based in Tobruk said, "This proposed government will lead to the division of Libya and will turn it into a joke." Mr. Leon's choice was unwise. Before we end the headlines once again, 66th Territorial Army Day observed. Chief Minister O. Ibobi appreciates Army's role. And private firms employing at least 10 employees which do not implement ESI scheme are liable to be prosecuted and punished. That's all we have for now, but we will be back with more updates. Stay tuned.